All right, let's go. It's Friday, episode 334. What's up, y'all? Today we're doing some giveaways and prizes and playing some games and having some fun. We're going to be spinning the wheel today, as you can see here. Really stoked to just have some fun. You know, we had a great week going deep into a number of different topics. You went behind the scenes with me as I filmed a new video, which is actually now edited in full, and it's going to be coming out on Monday. That was the one about Clubhouse that we did on Tuesday. Yesterday, I did some behind the scenes recording about a podcast, and that's all finished and done with too. So we're cranking away, and today we're relieving all that stress that we've had during the week, and we're just gonna hang out and chillax together. Thank you so much. We got James in the house, Dustin, GTO, Mr. Camera Junkie, Grandma Goody, Stephanie, Bill, Queen Bee, and more. Sue, thank you. Let's start the show and let's have some fun. If you're all ready for this, give me a fire emoji in the chat. Let's go.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
That's right. Leah here says, hello, hola, lovely ones. Yes, you're all lovely. Thank you so much today. I'm gonna get my text file up because we're gonna be giving away something today. We're gonna be giving away something. I'll tell you about it in just a moment here. But I'm really excited. Tomorrow I actually have 2 live streams. I don't know if you know this, but I have 2 live streams happening tomorrow. Not on this channel though. This channel I have tomorrow at 9 a.m. still. We always do Saturdays, and we always review websites and YouTube channels and stuff, and that will happen tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific here, noon Eastern. But I also have a live stream on my Pokemon channel, which is pretty insane. It's pretty insane because it's the first time I'm going live, and it's a production. There's a lot more than just kind of me showing up here. And yes, I do have the effort and the ability to sort of switch between cameras here, but we're going 3 cameras over there. We're going top down. We're going opening Pokemon cards. We're doing a giveaway, and the room's already set up. If you want to check that out, it's at deeppocketmonster.com. That's at 3 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And I'm quite nervous. I'm actually really, really, really nervous. There's a lot of people who are already in the room now waiting for tomorrow, more than 24 hours from now. And they're just like hyped up. They're excited. I got my first 2 super chats on the new channel already, which is just like insane. So having a good time though. I'm having a good time for sure. So really excited, Stephanie and Uprising. Thank you for being here and for supporting the channel and for sharing that link, Stephanie. And so here's how it's going to work. So today we're going to be doing some games. I'm going to be spinning the wheel. There's a number of things on the wheel here that will either be me answering your questions, telling a few stories, putting names on a list that we will then draw from at the end to win what? What are we giving away today? We are giving away my book, Superfans. So a book that I wrote, and it's going to be signed. And this is the least I can do because I'm just so appreciative of all the support. And as you can see here, no, it's not about getting followers. No, it's not about getting subscribers. No, it's not even about getting customers. It's about getting super fans, right? Because super fans are so important in your business, whether you are a solopreneur or you're doing this full time, or even if you're not, even if you're an employee, right? You're working 9 to 5, you're loving that job. No hate. You can still have super fans at work who can support you as well. And so this book is all about that. It's the how-to related to Kevin Kelly's 1,000 True Fans. It's the how-to on how to win friends and influence people in today's world. And so happy to share that with you. We're going to give away 3 books today, 3 books to 3 lucky people. And again, thank you for being here. So how do we give them away? Well, while we play games and while we do some fun stuff, I'll be adding names to a list. And that list is, where's that list? That list is right here. It's literally blank. Hi, everyone. So this list is what we're going to name. We're going to award people who are standout answers during the games, and if we land on giveaway on the wheel. And at the end, we're going to put them all into the wheel of names and randomly draw 3 people from there. And then we're going to make time for us to crowdsource the secret word of the week. That is the word that I will have to include into every live stream starting tomorrow through next Friday, or else I will get penalized and have to play a game called Watch Your Mouth, which I don't have to do today. I don't have to do it because I was able to get the secret word, and the secret word was shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And I always said it shimmy, shimmy, shimmy for some reason. But guess what? I didn't even need a Post-it note for that one. That was a fun one. Thank you for crowdsourcing that. We're going to spend some time, maybe 2 minutes at the end, selecting next week's word. It could be anything. but I have to include it in every stream for fun. So there we go. No watch him out today. We are good. And yes, we got Brand standing on deck to play as well, because I know y'all love that game. So there we go. I also noticed that my camera is not as fun and blurry in the background as I'd like it to be. There we go. A little bit more stand out there. So bodacious. Let's make this happen. Let's spin the wheel. You all ready to get started? Here we go. No whammies. No whammies. Big money. No whammies. Oh, yes. Thank you. We get to play Brand Standing, and this is my absolute favorite game to play here on the stream. But I'm going to take these cards out. How does this game work? Well, we don't play it fully. We just play it in the fun way that we can on the stream here. But we have demo cards. Demo meaning demographic cards. And then we also have industry cards. Industry as in, you know, a field of work. And so what we do is we put the two together, and we have to come up with a business or brand name for that. It's really fun. There's no wrong answers, but some are better than others. And if you have some super standout answer, I'll call out your name. Actually, I'll call out a lot of people's names, but certain ones that just, I don't know, make me laugh, make me cry, whatever, I'll add them to the names that we will be drawing from a little bit later. So let me get these all ready, and then we're going to shuffle them up and have some fun with that, right? So here we go. I'm going to shuffle up the demographic cards here. Yeah, this is super fun. Some of you are some of the most creative people I've ever met. And if this is your first time, you don't have to pay to play. Just have some fun, right? Or you can just watch. So we got... Okay, here we go. This is actually likely a podcast that may already exist. So, or a thing that already exists. So this is actually a custom card that we created a while back. So a podcast for people with sleeping disorders. That actually would be a very beneficial podcast, I would imagine, for many. Come on, focus. There we go. A podcast for people with sleeping disorders. What would you name your podcast if it was for people with sleeping disorders? So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Camera, where are you at? There we go. Take another sip here, and then we'll have some come in. All right. Sleep Walkers Anonymous. I like that one from Happy Autoimmune Anna Laura. I'm going to put Anna Laura on the list since you were first. The very first answer here. That's great, and it was a good one too. Let's see. We got Sleep Cove. Lights Out, says Rose. We got Sleeper Pod. Bye Bye Baby. Actually, I really like Bye Bye Baby. Queen Bee, I'm going to put you on here too. I like that. Again, we are naming a podcast for people with sleeping disorders. Queen Bee, Bye Bye Baby. Just like, you know, hey, let's go to sleep. We're all good. It almost sounds like a boy band song as well. Bye Bye. Bye Bye, right? In sync, I think. We got Sleep Talker. Bill, that's a good one, of course. Bill, Uncle Bill. Sleep Talker, of course. Not just Sleepwalker, but Sleep Talker. Snooze and Don't Lose. We got Ears Wide Shut, says Sam. Up All Night, says Mr. Camera Junkie. We got Sleep Zone, says Sue. Creaky Solutions. That almost sounds like a builder who can help fix the creaky floorboards that you might have. Counting Sheep Podcast, Isabel. I like that. I like the sheep situation going on. Isabel Anthony. I like that too because I can imagine what the logo might be like for that one, right? Like a sheep just like falling asleep, right? We got Sleepy Talker, Nodcast. Joe. Okay. My favorite one so far for that one. But here's the thing. Here's the predicament, right? Here's the predicament. Imagine your show is so good at putting people to sleep. We don't want people to fall asleep when they're listening to the podcast, right? Typically, as a podcaster, I know I don't want my audience to fall asleep. But maybe in this case, you do want that. And maybe the cool thing is people are going to listen. So here it is. This is how my brain works, okay? You have a podcast for people with sleeping disorders. You get to know how to put them to sleep while the show's still playing. So your download numbers go crazy because all throughout the night, it's just like playing the next episode. So a person wakes up in the morning after a good night's sleep, that'll count for like 10 downloads. Yes. Okay. We've cheated the system. Nodcast. I really like it. I really like that. Sleepy Time, Calming Anxiety, says Martin. Love it. On to Jupiter, the Insomniac's Corner Lullabies, says Michael. Apnea to Rested. Are You Still There, says Dustin. That's a That's like a Netflix situation, right? Dustin, I like that one. Okay, so we got 6 names on the list already. Anna Laura, Queen Bee, Uncle Bill, Isabel, Joe, and Dustin. But let's play another one. Let's do one more and then we'll spin the wheel again. That was a good one. That was a good warm-up. And the funny thing about that one is like there's probably actually podcasts for people with sleeping disorders. I also know there's podcasts specifically that aren't like talking podcasts for people with sleeping disorders, but there's actually podcasts that play sort of like ethereal sounds. And I don't know why whenever I say ethereal, I always have to do this. Like ethereal sounds. Outsomnia. Since You're Up podcast. Yo, I like that one. Derek, I'm going to put you on. King, Skull, Derek. Since You're Up. Let me help you. Okay, let's play one more. Okay, this one's strange, but here we go. A diner for swamp people. What is a swamp people? What is a swamp person? Is it a... Mac and Cheese says, what is happening here? So this is your first Friday Fun Day. This is where we just play games, have some fun. So right now we're playing a game called Brand Standing, where we have an industry card and a demographic card. We put them together. You come up with a brand name. You come up with a brand name for it. So what would be your brand name, Mac and Cheese, for a diner for swamp people? Right? So swamp people who live in the swamp, or is it like a swamp thing, like the swamp thing being that comes out and it's like, like a mummy almost, right? Either way, we'll go with both, but probably people who live near a swamp kind of person, right? So, okay, we got Shrek's Eatery, Hannah Laura, I like it, that's cool. We got Mud Pie Inn, Gator Grill, Peasant Uprising, I like that. I like the alliteration. I always love a good alliteration, for sure. And what's happening here, Mac and Cheese, is I'm adding names, just standout names at my discretion that I feel are interesting, or answers at least, and their names, and I'm putting them on this list. And from this list, we're going to draw a winner, or 3 winners, in fact, who are going to get a copy of my book, Superfans, which is going to be pretty cool. Okay, we got Gator Grill, Eat Dirt Diner, Gator Skillets, Swamp for Dinner. This is my first 2, says Discover Spectrum. Yeah, cool. So thank you, Mac and Cheese, for allowing me to share that, because a lot of people might be coming in and they're like, I have no idea what the heck is happening here. We got Bayou Binge. Yo, my camera junkie. I like that. High five for you for that one. I'm going to put you on the list. Again, this list we will draw from at the end. My camera junkie. Very nice. I like that one. Bayou Binge. Swamp Thing Eatery, Muck Diner, The $1 Million Log, Algae Soup and Salad. That sounds gross. But so does a swamp, just to begin with. The Sloppy Saloon. Jonathan, I like that. Again, alliteration's cool, but I also like Jonathan Sipple. The Sloppy Saloon. Now, it's more than just a diner, right? Like, it's a saloon. I'm also imagining it, like, in cowboy times. Like, we know cowboys and Indians in that sort of era, right? But we know it, like, in the West, where there are, wide plains, deserts, and, desert land, Arizona-type landscape. But what happened in the South, like kind of Georgia, Louisiana, Florida time during the cowboy era? What did that look like? Caleb McCool in the house. What's up? Alligator soup. Have you ever had alligator? I've actually eaten alligator before at this swamp type diner, in fact, at a food court. And it was actually really good. Float Up Diner. Actually, that's legit too. I'm going to put Simplistic Farms on the list. I like Float Up Diner because it's almost like how you get to it. You float up to it. You're at a swamp, right? And people who live on swamps, you float up to them. Which is pretty cool. Swampy Creature Feature, Bayou Burgers, Roasted Alligator Diner, Estuary Eatery. That's a mouthful. Right. Actually, you made me make a dad joke, so I'm going to put you on here. Oboe Files. Do you play oboe? I love the sound of the oboe. And the bassoon, actually. I love the double reed instruments, actually. Taco Bayou, says Los Moros. Wetland Waffles, bro, Travis. Now we're talking. Now we're getting specific. So we're niching down, right? And as I like to say, the riches are in the niches. So Travis Haynes is niching down by saying Wetlands Waffles. Now, there's some of you said burgers and other things too, but I think waffles are great. Airboat Grill, Sunken Vittles. Let's pick one more. John, I like this. I'm gonna high five you for that one. That is very dad jokey. but I like it. Swamp and circumstance. That's a very that's a very hip eatery, I would imagine, right? And you take any two words like Lucky Pig or um, Card Steal, or like literally any two words, and now you have like a hipster diner, right? So this is like a hipster place. Swamp and circumstance, of course, a pun or a nod to pomp and circumstance, which I really like. Stephanie likes that one too. Cool. Well done. So we have this many names on the list so far. I don't know how many that is. 12, I would assume. And great job. I love playing Brand Standing. I'm glad we got to get it in at least once here today. And who knows, we might land on it on the wheel again. So let's spin the wheel. Let's keep this party going. That was fun. Story time. Okay. So story time, again, I always start this by saying, telling stories is great. I think we should all practice telling stories more. Stories is how we can share information, but in a relatable way. Any of you who have come from the Pokemon channel that I've started at Deep Pocket Monster know I love the storytelling. And you know what's funny? Many comments on those videos that I've been creating over there. I love the story. I love the history. I love learning about the sort of canon with relation to this card or this thing. And I think that we should all do a better job of telling story. People connect with stories. Stories were being told to us when we were babies. We were telling stories even before the spoken language on caves. So I need from you a topic that I can just on the spot tell you a quick story about. I'm going to go into the Pat Flynn archives, and then I'm going to go and try something new that I haven't shared before, and we're going to go from there. Now, what makes a great story? A great story has, a beginning, a middle, and an end. But a really good story has some sort of challenge, some sort of struggle. It's this difference between like the way it was in the old world and then the challenging new world and then coming back to the old world, but different, better, upgraded, optimized, efficient, etc. And it could be about anything. You could teach business lessons, you can tell life stories, it doesn't really matter. So I need a topic, and I see Ligia says first crush. Ligia, you're gonna have me go there? Are you serious? Okay. Well, my first crush, her name is Dana. This will tell you how much of a hopeless romantic I am. That's my hook for the story. 3rd grade. Sadly, I was the shortest kid in class, so that doesn't help me at all. But in my opinion, the most beautiful girl in class, her name was Dana. Curly hair, brown skin, just gorgeous. Very playful, very energetic, effervescent, if you will. And she was nice. She was nice to everybody. And to share my sort of affection for Dana, I would often craft things for her. Yes, I would craft things. I once spent my allowance on beads. Went to the bead store. I have vivid memories of going into the store and trying to pick the nice, brightest colors in neon beads to put into a bracelet that I then gave her. I remember crafting her a little heart out of a dollar bill. Somebody taught me how to do that, and then I did it, and I gave her the dollar bill. I remember writing her a poem at one point, which was, so glad I don't have that, because it was probably something that was forced rhymed, but also a little sappy. And, I just kept thinking about her. It got to the point one day where in our little complex that we were in, they redid the asphalt right outside our driveway. And it was a complex, right? It was like owned by a company, and it wasn't our house. It was like, a condo essentially. And so they repaved the entire street. We weren't allowed to park our cars in there during that time. I want to say 10, 11 years old at the time. And so with wet asphalt, chilling right outside our complex, I take a stick, I draw a big giant heart in the asphalt, and it says DB, Dana Benton, plus PF, Pat Flynn. Artwork. Well, about an hour later, we get a knock on the door, and it's the security guard from this complex. And apparently, I wasn't supposed to do that. And I start freaking out. I get my piggy bank and I give it to the security guard and said, "I'm so sorry. I hope this pays for it. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that." And I was grounded. So this was the first time I was grounded ever. And I remember my mom spending the next couple hours in the driveway with a paintbrush trying to flatten everything out so that I wouldn't get in trouble, or that we wouldn't get in trouble or have to pay for it. So that memory, although the heart and the names were erased, will never be erased from my brain because it was my first time and only time I've ever been grounded. And there you go. That's what happened. Dana eventually ended up dating Darren, who was the school hunk at the time in 4th grade. And just I never really had a chance. Never really had a chance. Okay, that's the story. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Appreciate it. But see how you come into the story. You actually almost kind of feel for the emotion when I tell you about how I brought my piggy bank to the security guard because I was so worried. You start to feel those things too. So tell more stories. It's fun. Thank you for Ligia for helping me go back into the archives and pulling that one out because that was really fun. Yes, the things we do for love, says King Skulderic, for sure. Okay, let's spin the wheel. 4th grade school hunt, yes. Darren. Hey, okay. Either.io. I love either.io. Either.io is super fun because this is a website where millions of people vote on things. And we get to vote together in real time here. You just pick, are you team red or team blue? Because it's either this or that. And then we have a discussion about it. I'm going to make sure I find a family-friendly one here before we move to the screen because sometimes these aren't family-friendly like this one. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Would you rather be an 80s child star actor or a 60s one-hit wonder? If you don't know what those things are, an 80s child star actor would be a person who's on a movie and or a television show, most likely a television show, who becomes famous because you are, a kid in one of these stories. And think about all the things that might happen as a result of that. And then also a one-hit wonder is in the 60s, you and your band or you sing a song that takes off, but it's literally the only song that you create that's any good, and you go from there. So let's talk about this a little bit. I've heard not so great stories about child actors, right? And I think that looking at the chat here, I'm seeing all Team Reds. And for those of you selecting red, let me know a little bit of your reasoning. Plus, I like the idea of just having like that one hit and then moving on, right? I like the idea of like saying, you know what, I did it. That was a fun time. I have my song, Mambo number 5, and then nobody knows any other songs, right? And so I kind of like that because then I can move on and I can have other choices. I think that if you're a child star actor, I mean, there's so much more work involved, I would imagine. There's so many like things mentally that you have to sort of like learn and break through. You don't get to go to school normally. That affects your childhood, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't say you can't succeed, and there are plenty of 80s child stars that don't go down a deep, dark hole, but I think I'm going to go red. I'm going to go red, right? Red, I'm a musician, don't care much about acting. Okay, I'm going to hit red. Wow. Really? Wow, 73%. Over nearly 1 million people voted that. Red says less emotional scars. That's insane. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, let's pick another one. Let's go into okay, not sharing that one. Nope, not that one either. Okay, here's an interesting one. Would you rather not know how to read? This one's going to be a little difficult because you have to separate them because I know they do go together. It's almost like, how do you know how to write but not read? But anyway, let's just consider this a thought exercise. So would you rather not know how to read or not know how to write? That's a hard one. because writing can put things into a document that can then be shared and shared with people who don't even need to hear you necessarily at that time. It could be sort of written in stone, if you'll call it that. But I think I would rather not know how to write because I could do other things. Guess what? I'm not writing right now. I'm recording something. I'm using my voice. So as long as I can still speak and communicate, which is what the purpose of writing, to communicate and to document, if you will. There are many other ways to document. So okay, I think this is clear now. I would hate if I didn't know how to read. I'd feel very lost, I think, if I didn't know how to read. I wouldn't even be able to play this game with you right now. Okay, let's pick red. I think red is clear. Yeah, okay. I was thinking way too hard about that. Let's pick one more, and then we'll spin the wheel again. No, that one might divide the room too much. What's up, Atreef? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's see. No, these are all like painful. I don't want to do the painful ones. No. 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 Okay, here's a similar one. Would you rather not be able to taste or not be able to smell? Similar because they do go together, obviously, but to try and separate them here. I think I'd rather not be able to smell, right? Because food is such an intimate and emotional experience. Food is life. I can get away without smelling. The only question is, like, if you can't smell something, right? It's like, how do you taste it? Because have you ever tried to eat disgusting food by plugging your nose? You can actually do it. So red is clear to me. Red is clear, in my opinion. But that said, imagine never smelling that pizza that's being baked in the oven ever again. Imagine not smelling the rose that your partner gives you on Valentine's Day. Actually, I don't care about. I don't actually like smell flowers that much. I think I would rather not be able to smell. Okay, so very similar too. Smell impacts taste significantly. Yes, it does. That's what I was saying. You'd have to like separate these in your brain. Anyway, that was super fun. Let's spin the wheel again. We got question. Okay, here we go. After this one, we're going to add more names to the list. I'm going to add 5 names because I want to add more names to the list. But for right now, I'm going to get my timer out. And we're going to answer. Oh, Michael, good point. No BO, no stinky bathroom, no bad breath. LOL. Yeah, that's true. There is positivity there as well. Okay, so I am going to go to the timer. And for the next 5 minutes, we're exactly at the top of the hour right now. For 5 minutes, I'm going to answer questions. And what I need from you are questions. Type in the word question in all caps, followed by your question. And I'm going to do my best to answer as many as we can. If somebody wants to tally for me how many we get through, that'd be great. And Bill says, not being able to taste poison? Yes, that's a good point too. But what about not smelling like the gas that's leaking in your house, right? That's not cool too. Anyway. Okay, let's, oh, I need to put John's name on the list, not the diner name. Did I put his diner name? I do that every once in a while. Where did I put it? Swamp and Circumstance. Yes, sorry. John Pullum. Thank you, Stephanie. That's so funny. Okay, so as soon as I begin answering the first question, we'll go for 5 minutes, and let's keep track of how many questions I answer. Here we go. From Michael, what does your wife think of the beard? She's neutral. She says it's sometimes a little scratchy, but she kind of likes how it looks, I think. Let's see, Outreef, how do you balance work life? It's the idea of not trying to have it be perfectly balanced at all times, because that's impossible. You think of a scale, it's only perfectly balanced in one moment. If you try to build your life 50% on this side, 50% on this side, it's going to be unreal and it's going to be very difficult. You're always going to feel like a failure. So the idea is to make sure we're not too much swaying to one side to the other, that it's balancing, and we have things in place, whether it's checks and balances or people or accountability in place to help us stay on track, right? That combined with knowing what our priorities are and knowing what makes us happy and the others around us happy. all that combined allows us for good work-life balance. Also, I feel that it shouldn't necessarily be perfectly delineated. I think there's a blend. There's many cases where my family gets involved in the business and the business gets involved in the family. Other times it is separated too. It depends on the season. And that's the last thing. There are seasons of life, like there are seasons within your business, like there are seasons within your relationships. And I think that when you can understand that, you can learn from these seasons, better improve moving forward. Question from Joe Mobley. Oh, hold on. What's your favorite drum corps? Concord Blue Devils. Let's see. Question: one, two, or starting a membership? I don't know what the question is exactly, but I definitely agree. Starting a membership would be amazing. We did one with SPI Pro, smartpassiveincome.com/pro. We have hundreds of members in there. It added an additional $400,000 to $500,000 a year coming into the business, and everybody's loving it who's in there, which is really awesome. So I definitely think that considering how to start a community or membership is great, especially in today's world where people are craving that kind of stuff. Felicia says, what's your favorite Marvel movie? I like the Spider-Man movies. I'm a big fan of Tom Holland. I am a big fan of Iron Man 1. That kind of the one that set it off, Tony Stark. That just, the storytelling is so good. The effects when he like shoots that rocket at the tank and turns around before it explodes is like my favorite scene in the world. So I like that. Tips for starting a podcast in college. Just know that it doesn't matter that you're in college or not. You're also dealing with time management and energy, just like all the rest of us who aren't in college. So you have the same sort of problems, pains, and also opportunities as the rest of us. And I think that experimentation, now that time is on your side because you're just kind of in your college career and you have your whole life ahead of you, now's your time to take risks. Now's your time to try something new. Now's your time to experiment and play around there. And I think that's great. Peasant Uprising says, how did you live with your parents before being able to move out again after starting your business? Or how did you live with your parents? No, how long did you live with your parents? I moved back home June 2008, as soon as I got laid off or was told I was going to be let go. And then I was able to move into an apartment in February the next year. So we were there for more than 6 months. Question from Joseph: have you ever dealt with scammers since starting your business? Absolutely. From people who have tried to sell me things that weren't actually legit, from partners who had double-crossed me in sort of a way, to people taking my photo that they found on my website, putting it on an ad for some adult product. I'm not gonna elaborate on that, and then driving traffic to my audience using Facebook ads. Not cool at all. People who buy my course and then sell it at a much deeper discounted price, to people who have specifically targeted my website so that it would rank lower. This is the environment we're living in, people, but you got to keep moving forward. How long will the beard stay? Indefinitely for now. I have no plans to remove it yet. Question: Stephanie wants to know why you put the diner name on the board and not my name. Yep, already answered that one and fixed it, because sometimes I just get excited about the name so much that I just put the name on there. Jonathan says, at some point, could you make a video on how you use spreadsheets to organize your life? We've talked about that before here on the income stream, mainly in terms of organization of the business type stuff. I don't really have any spreadsheets related to sort of personal type stuff, but I can actually know people who manage their life in that way. Yeah, I can share more about that. That's always very useful. Do I have your attention? Yes, you do. How do you pick captivating titles for your podcast? I think about what would get a person as they're scrolling through to go, oh my gosh, I need to listen to that. Or wow, that's so relevant to what I'm doing right now. I need to click on it. And final question from Tina: if you could go back in time once, what moment would you go back to? I would go back to a moment in high school where I was feeling very depressed because some friends didn't want to hang out with me, and feeling like I was a loser, feeling like I wasn't good enough, feeling like I was too short, feeling like I wasn't, I was going to say pretty enough or, hot enough or whatever. To just yo, Pat, what are you doing? Why are you so worried about what people think about you? That doesn't matter. Find your people who will lift you up no matter what happens, who care about you and who will support you no matter what. That's what I would tell myself. With a little slap. There. Cool. Thank you for the questions. How many did we get? How many questions did we answer? All right, I'm going to spin the wheel again so we don't waste time. Although I said we were going to offer 5 names on the list, so let's do that right now. Here we go. I'm going to move up and down the chat here and just randomly pick people. I'm going to scroll up and see where the thing lands. We got Dustin. Okay, Dustin, you're already on the list, so that's clear. You counted 13 questions. Thank you, Stephanie. We're going to go Justin here. Justin Starrett. I may have spelled that wrong. Okay, we're going to go to at Reef. Nice. Hey, pair character jumping up and down saying #1 fan. Thank you for that, by the way. At Reef. He did not pay to get on this list. That was just random. We got Shonda. I always have questions until I ask what my questions are. That's funny. Shonda. Let's keep going. Maybe I can answer a couple more questions if they are easy and they're here. What are your tips for dealing with time management? Be very conscious. Oh, Joseph, I think you're on here already, right? No, you're not. Be very conscious, Joseph. Joseph Schooley. Be very conscious of where your time is being spent. A lot of where we lose track of time is when we just kind of become a sheep and just kind of go, versus like intentionality with your time. I have a time blocking sort of strategy where it's like, okay, this day, these things I'm doing at this time. And like, I just go. Love the shirt, says Lowell. Thank you. Finally, we got Joe Miller. 2 Joes in a row. Love it. We have 3 Joes. Joe Mobley, Joseph Squilini, and Joe Miller. Very cool. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Story time. Okay, let's tell another story. So, spam the chat with any topics that you'd like me to dive into and tell a story about. We'll put the story music on. Speaking of music, you probably hear, I think, my son playing, which is cool. He should continue if he's hearing me right now. So that's totally cool. All right. Joe's for the win, says Joe Mobley. Yes. So there's a 10% chance that a Joe is going to win today. Whose Joe is it going to be? I don't know. So what do you want me to tell a story about? First concert, Joe Mobley. Okay, I got you. So I actually didn't attend very many concerts. I wasn't, I don't know, how do you say, as cultured as perhaps maybe other people. And I didn't really have a lot of friends who wanted to attend concerts either. So my first concert was actually not attended until college. And it was actually a few friends of mine who were like, hey, at the Greek Theater, which is an amphitheater type situation on the north side of the campus of UC Berkeley, there was a concert. And I was like, they're like, you want to go? And I was like, well, who is it? And they're like, oh, it's Damian Marley. And I said, I don't know who that is. Is that person related to Bob Marley? And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay. So, you know, I didn't think much of it. It was just a quick conversation. Then I meet up with my friends at their place. And then we walk over to the Greek Theater. They have their tickets. We go in. We're sitting in the back. All I could see, because we got in like right before the show started, all I see is a haze of smoke screening the theater stage. And all of a sudden, this music pops on. The lights go on. And because this haze is there, I'm not going to share where this haze came from, but it's not a fog machine. I will tell you that. And remember, Damian Marley, are you making the connection? Just the smoke on the sort of mob of people in the front area standing, and Berkeley, and hippie situation, right? And the lights just like peer through the smoke, the music starts, and everybody's just chilling. And oh my gosh, it was the best experience ever. I got so obsessed, in fact, with going to the Greek Theater to go and express and not express, but experience different things from there. I also saw Jack Johnson at the Greek Theater soon after. So Jack Johnson and Damian Marley, fairly similar actually, and I know Bob Marley inspired Jack Johnson, which was really cool. So that was a really fun open theater experience. But my first concert in like an arena with tens of thousands of people was actually in the place where the Golden State Warriors used to play in Berkeley again, or actually in Oakland, in fact, Oracle Arena. We walk in, and we're just like, we're not front row, but we're not in the nosebleed seats either. Tons of people, a lot of chatter, right? The lights are on, and then all of a sudden, lights turn off, yellow beaming lights, swoosh, and then Yellow from Coldplay plays. Look at the stars, the color shines for you. And then everybody's just like singing along. The whole, like tens of thousands of people are singing Yellow from Coldplay. So yes, that was my first like big concert. And then I laughed when I watched the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, and they were like, hey, Coldplay, if you remember that scene, I'm not going to share the exact phrasing, but just made me laugh because that was actually my first and then second Giant concert. I saw them again the next time they came around the year later. So that was really, oh no, what am I doing? I'm sorry about that. I didn't even put the music on. So there's this one time I was streaming, right? And I told this story about my first concert, but I had the screen on the wheel the entire time. And I was so engaged in telling the story that I totally forgot to switch the screen off. And Mac and Cheese, thank you for the super chat. I feel like I have to get that back to you, but so I'm glad that you all caught that, because that was a purposeful experiment to see what would happen. How engaged could you still be in a story, even if you're not seeing it being told? So you saw this, you heard the story, and yet it still inspired you. Right? Yeah? Cool? Okay. Okay, the music was on. No wonder somebody was like, why is it the wheel? And I was like, it's Friday. Yes, so good, so good. Okay, anyway, y'all heard the story, right? First concert, Damian Marley, Cloud of Smoke. And then my first big concert at an arena, Coldplay. My second big concert at an arena, Coldplay. And then another concert I went to was actually with April in Vegas, where we saw NKOT BSB. New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys, in concert together. And actually, it was legit. It was one of the best concerts I've seen. It was very, very well done. And it brought back a lot of 80s and 90s music. So yeah, there we go. I'm totally buying that, says Michael. Okay. That's hilarious. I feel like I need to play Watch Your Mouth for that, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so we got Mac and Cheese. Thank you so much again for the super chat, my friend. You didn't need to do that. Change seeds, Pat. I'm getting all these mistakes out of the way before tomorrow's big, huge event stream. We are inspired by the blender. Yes, thank you. So we got this many names on the screen. I'm going to add 3 more names just for fun, just to kind of give back to you guys. I apologize about that. We got a thumbs down for that too. It's okay. It's okay. I kind of deserve that one for sure. We got Mr. Camera Junkie. You're already on the list, which is okay. Let's see. Who else are we going to bring on here? Mac, I'm gonna put you on the list too. This is not random, but that's as a thank you for actually getting a super chat up there to help me out. So I appreciate you for that. Mac and Cheese Pokemon. Let's see, who else do we got? Yeah, if you guys saw a concert, well, I mean, what was your first concert? Yes, NKOTB, for sure. It was so fun. Tina, Doe, and then finally we got, let's scroll back. Oh, Slipknot, says Joseph. Nice. We got Stephanie Hansen. Thank you, Stephanie. And big thank you to all of our moderators here, in fact, not just Stephanie, but Peasant Uprising, and we got K-Walk Comedy in the house. Very cool. Okay. Ooh, that was fun. Neat. All right. One more sip of coffee. Daniela says, I saw the Purple Rain concert on a first date. Wow, what a first date that must have been. What happened after that? That's crazy. Okay, let's spin the wheel again. We got 14 minutes left. We'll play a couple more things on the wheel. Then we're going to choose winners for the book Superfans or my book Superfans, and then we're going to choose the secret word. And we'll see you off after that. So let's go. Corn at the Apollo? Dude, Corn was legit. Yes, this is so good. All right, the wheel, I'm going to change off the wheel immediately. Yes, Brand standing, that's what I'm talking about. Got off the wheel rather quickly there. So I'm going to pick a demographic card and an industry card. We're going to put them together. This is actually a legit one. I like this one, and I'm interested to see what you're going to say. So again, if you haven't played this game, you combine these two things together. You come up with a brand name. Just come up with a brand name, a business name for this, and I'll pick some standout ones. I'm going to share a bunch of them. I'll put a few of them on the list that are standouts to me for the drawing. So here we go. What would you name a blacksmith for wizards? A blacksmith for wizards. So that's what you need to do. Just come up with a brand name. Share it. There's no shame. Good ideas. Bad ideas. All good. I might name it Merlin's Metalworks. That's my contribution. Merlin's Metalworks. Cool. So what you got? What you got? Hard Case Diner. Bill, well, you're on the wrong one. Harry Potter's Irons. Anna, you're very quick to answer these, and I like that one too. Let's see. Boot Sorcery. Just Harry Potter. Hard Spell. Magic Wand. Metallurgy. Okay, Rose. I like I like that actually. I don't know why I like it, but I do like it. Rose, I'm gonna put you on the list. Kirchgessner. We got Fairy Tale Forge, says Mike. Pointy Hats and Hammers. That's a good one. The Magic Hammer. Of course, Derek. Of course. Your name's on the list already. We got Magic Hammer. Manos is in the house. Manos, what's up? It's good to see you again, my friend. I hope all is well. How's your book going? I'm going to put you on here, too, even though Derek said Magic Hammer before you. Vanishing Anvils, says Ryan. Yo, I forgot about the anvils part. Ryan, I'm going to put you on here. That's great. Ryan Hare. The Artist's Haven. The Iron Wand. Actually, this is sick. I like that one a lot. The Artist's Haven. The Iron Wand. Can you imagine the logo for that? Can you imagine what the store might look like? That's awesome. I like that one. Key Whiz, Iron Whiz. Hack and Hammer. Ooh, I Blacksmith. No way, Travis. That's dope. Iron Sages, Spell, Silverworks, Metal Cadabra. Cool. I like the Cadabra part. Yeah, that's okay. Even though it's like a magician thing, I'm going to give that one to you. Paciente Interno. Cool. So that's what the list is looking like right now. We'll keep adding a few more, and then we'll play another round of brand standing, and then we'll go from there. Drop the Hammer and whoopah. Nice, Nilufar. Spellbanger. Blizzards. Like Wizards of the Coast or Blizzards of the Coast? We got Magic Irons, Magic Anvil, Wizardly Woodworking. We got Magic Metal, Iron Wand. We got Magical Forge. Let's see, scrolling down a little bit. Crystal Ball and Hammer. Am I late for the giveaway? No, you're not. No, you're not. We got Mage's Armory. Actually, I like that. I like the mage thing. Dan, I'm going to put you on here. Dan Norton. Watch Me Whiz. John, you are hilarious. I'm just going to give you a high five for that one, because that made me laugh. That's a good one. Okay, let's pick another industry card and another demographic. Okay. What would you name your company, which is a private security company for vegans? A private security company for vegans. What would you name your company if it was a private security company for vegans? Makes you wonder why vegans may need some security. Maybe it's not surprising. Maybe it is. I don't know. But again, a private security company for vegans. What you got? What you got? Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Grandma Goody, I like that one. You were quick to fire on that one. She said, watching your diet, right? Because they're watching over you. Grandma Goody, very nice. For those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're playing a game called Brand Standing. You need to tell me what you would name your brand for a security company, a private security company for vegans. I'm adding certain names to the list that have just standout answers. I'm going to mention a few more too. But this list here will be a list that we will draw names from in just a moment here so that we can see who will win the prize today. And we got 3 winners who may win a copy of my book. Superfans by Pat Flynn. Signed, in fact. Signed. Okay. So we got more. Scroll back up. Carrots to watch out. Watch your mouth. Yeah, Ryan, that's good. That's good. It's good. Carrot proof. Green security. Walk green with us. Faux cams. Super safe pantry. Veg secure. Green services. Meatless privacy. What would be meat privacy? That would be weird. We don't want beef. Yo, I like that. I like that. Do I have your attention? Very nice. That's a good answer. Let's see. Veggie Watchers. Hidden Plants. Veggie Shield. Veggie Shield. That's a good one. I like that one. Silent Meat. What does that even mean? That's good. No beef with us. No bone security. Noodle guards. Just, can you imagine? Just noodle guards. Just, their hands are noodles. I don't know why I'm saying that. That just makes no sense at all. Bodyguards. Bodyguards. That's cool. Friends, not foes. Organic security. The vegan patrol. Of course. Just the vegan patrol. That just makes complete sense to me. Crypto Sage. All right, we got, let's see. Lifeless guards. Just, okay, that's kind of harsh. Greenleaf security, phyto protection, vegan secure, Kiwi cops, non-GMO protectors, vegetarian something or other. Let's see, Vegematic secure, meat shield. meat shield. Meat shield. Okay, I'm gonna put that on there just because it made me laugh. Kyle. Halig. All right, we got this many names on the list. I'm gonna choose 3 more names at random, and then we're gonna spin the wheel. And then after that, we're gonna crowdsource. We're gonna spin the other wheel. Right? Actually, sorry. Took that wheel away. Here we are. I'm gonna sit down now. I'm gonna pick 3 more names from the chat. Good stuff, by the way. Good stuff. I like it. Green Academy. I see what you did there, John. I see what you did there. All right, we got Silver Paw Studio, Monique Renee. Very good. Scrolling down a little bit more, we got Nilufar. Very good. Nilufar Zaker. How are we at day 334 already, folks? We are just 21 days away from 3 weeks. 3 weeks until this is the end of something amazing, but the start of, again, something new. Amazing. And we got Joe Miller. We got Joe Miller already, I think. Okay, let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, that person's already on there too. Okay, we're picking a lot of doubles here. Sue Viscara. And that's going to be the end of the names. So here are the names here, just making sure that I don't have, actual submissions, but I have actual names of people. Okay, cool. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to pop into the wheel of names here. I'll tell you how to redeem this in just a minute. But yes, this is the end of the show here. And 2 things we're going to do. We're going to select the names. So I'm going to put the names here on the wheel of names. I'm going to shuffle it around a bit, which I don't often do. And then we're going to draw 3 winners to win a copy of my book, Superfans. And then after that, we're going to crowdsource a list of random words that you want me to include as a secret word for the stream this next week that I have to include or else I get penalized. First up, we got, Stephanie or Uncle Bill, Stephanie or Uncle Bill, Stephanie or, we got, Uncle Bill edged it out from Stephanie. Wow, that was a close one. Oh, so sorry, Stephanie. Uncle Bill, congratulations. I'm going to remove you from the list. That is winner number 1. Let's go. We got, I think it's Grandma Goody. Grandma Goody. With a signed copy of Superfans. Congratulations. Well done. This site is called Wheel of Names, by the way. And finally, the last winner of today. We had Uncle Bill, Grandma Goody. We got Uncle Grandma. Who else do we got? Paciente interno. Awesome. Congratulations. So here's what you three need to do, Uncle Bill, Grandma Goody, and Paciente interno. You have to send an email to pat@patflynn.com and just say that you won a copy of Superfans, and we'll get it sent to you within a few weeks here. We send things out in batches, so sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll get it to you. And congratulations again, and I appreciate you. Discover said, I hope Auntie Anne wins next. That would have been cool, right? We got all the family in there too. Cool. So thank you so much for that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to move my image maybe to over here to cover that ad. And then what we're going to do is you're going to help me crowdsource secret words that I have to include in every single stream here on the income stream every single day between tomorrow and next Friday. So help me out. Give me some funky words that you think would be fun and interesting for me to try to fit in. And I have to fit in naturally, right? So last week's word was shimmy. We got it in. I think I did a pretty good job on that one. Maybe a stretch on some of them, but I did get it in. So tell me what your word of the week will be, and we'll go from there. Uncle Grandma, how about a mama? Congratulations all. Okay, here they are. Clementine. We got Pika, of course. Not surprised by that one. Spazzy. Don't be spazzy. Shenanigans, always. I always know that one. Goober. Don't be a goober. Shonuff. What is that? Shonug. Shonuff. We got fruitful. We got fizzle out. I'm kind of just picking these at random. Discombobulated. I always misspell that one. We got popcorn. I'm going to go for maybe 30. So we got 20 more to go. Adagio. We got bibble. What is a bibble? That's going to be a hard one. Panda. Panda. Highlighter. We got pistachio. We got pineapple. A lot of like foods, apparently. Popcorn, pineapple. We got Romeo. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Mo, money. Really? Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Cucamonga. Rancho Cucamonga. Dodge. No, we're not gonna do Dodge. Dogecoin. We're gonna do Highlander. Okay. Bam. Boozled. One of my favorite episodes of Friends, in fact. Toilet. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for that one. All caps too, right? Studebaker. Is that a car? Orbit. Man, I'm not sure if I'm feeling any of these. Hyperspace. We already used hyperspace, I think, once. Buff Delumptious. Oh my god. Buff Delumptious. Man, look at him over there looking all buff Delumptious. Okay. He's all buff Delumptious today. Let's do Topanga. Corey and Topanga. Buff Delumptious. That's going to be my new favorite word. Who's that? Discover. Thank you for that one. Supercalifragilistic. SB. Aladocious. CIO something or other. Let's see. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sweating bullets. These are crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, one more. We got drowsy. It's a little bit of a Pokemon reference there. Okay, we got 30. I'm going to pick 2. Thank you all for your submissions. These submissions are great. I'm going to pick 1, and that one will be the one that I have to use every single time. The second one will be not one that I get penalized for if I don't get it, but I'll try to fit it in anyway. So I'm going to get my Post-it notes ready. We're going to spin the wheel. What will be the secret word of this coming week? Please. Something. Okay. I like it. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Okay, we'll remove that one. So I have to say that in every stream, or else I have to play Watch Your Mouth next Friday. And then finally we got... Oh, I thought it was Buffdilumptious. Buffdilumptious? Supercalifragilistic. Oh my gosh. And then Buffdelicious. I'm just writing that down because I don't want to forget that. Okay, Shenanigans, Superfragilistic, Espialidocious, Buffdelicious, and thank you for today. Enjoy your WandaVision if you are indeed following along. You have to wave your fist when you say it. Shenanigans. Okay, deal. Shenanigans with fist, just to make it more interesting. With fist. All right, y'all. That was super fun. Thank you for today. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. And if you want to join me on Deep Pocket Monster for a fun Pokemon-related live stream, you can follow me on Deep Pocket Monster and see me tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for today. I appreciate you. I had a lot of fun. Congrats to all the winners. And as always, Team Flynn for the win. Good stuff today. Thank you.
This is the income stream to help
Hey, my thumbs down did get reversed.
This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Awesome. Bumdelicious. Bumdelicious. Buffdelicious. Bumdelicious. Did I say bumdelicious? Anyway, thank you all. I appreciate you. Have a great day today. I'll see y'all later. Peace out. You're amazing.
Bruh.